So we're trying to find a little bit more rain, try to deal with this deficit of rainfall that we've had in the year. Don't want to get a lot of it all at once. Of course, as we let off our newscast with the pumping station, I'm not expecting a lot of locally heavy rain with it. And it's kind of a one and done. This has been mainly a wind event for most. Let's check the stats out for today, but pretty mild considering for December. The average is 65 and 49, high and low. We were at 67, 54 today. Even real-time temperatures still around 60, and this is what we're going to find here tonight. With those winds that are still up anywhere from around 10 to 20, we're going to build in some clouds a little bit later. You can see those winds still at about 10 to 15 in some cases. Well, all that coming together to keep the temperatures up, not much in the way of any wind gusts, one there at 16 at Galliano. Biggest impacts are coming from those on the coast. Earlier we had wind advisories for those on the coast too. Winds have dropped below that criteria. It's still breezy. Well, we've been driving in some of that water, so flood advisories for the parishes and the areas shown here, and these are for the coastal areas, not anybody farther inland from it. Some of them go all the way through 6 p.m. here into Saturday. Some of them even kick in until 9 o'clock tonight. And earlier we had some gale warnings that were a little bit closer to shore. Now it's just small craft advisories, and these go and extend all the way through Sunday. So it's really recreational boating that's awfully dangerous. Still would probably suggest staying off lakes and open waters. Lakes still, we could have waves up to 4 feet, and swells there in the Gulf could come up to 12 feet. So it's still pretty dangerous. The tidal ranges come up to a maximum, and that's helped to enhance partly why we've got the potential for some of that coastal flooding, but minor because it's an advisory. Breezy conditions. One part of this big storm system here a few miles above, but it'll be this storm that forms at ground level where we are. It's the biggest impact to the most people. It stays away from us, but it has a huge part in playing with what the weekend's going to get to the southeastern United States all the way up into the northeast United States. Just looking at radar right now, I wanted to show that there's nothing there, so we will bring in the rain tomorrow. Still west when we're getting up if you happen to be up there at the crack of dawn. We'll have 50s and upper 50s to start. Not that chilly, not that cold, and the wind's still up 10 to 15. Here's the latest timing, which I showed at the top of the newscast, is similar. And it looks to be that we get it towards around midday, a little bit to the zones west, late morning, midday, early afternoon, right through New Orleans, most of our population. We start to see the system exiting as we get just past sunset that we're not going to see with the overcast skies. But how much rain are we going to get? And I showed you this particular forecast, I think is a high-end forecast of over an inch, which could happen if we get a thunderstorm, but that's a very small chance. You can see several areas, quarter inch, 3/4 of an inch, but this forecast, hardly much. A few hundredths of an inch, maybe a tenth of an inch or so. This particular forecast is done by a team of meteorologists outside of the Washington, D.C. area, and is calling for about a quarter inch, half inch, maybe some areas that get up to about a half to an inch, and that looks to be a pretty good forecast. When you look at the longer range, the big rainfall totals come to the east coast of the United States. That's where the rain's really going to fall. And we do have a small chance, locally heavy rain, but again, that's really the chance of a thunderstorm. And temperatures still fairly mild in the 60s, and we're still hanging on to a breeze Saturday, Sunday morning, starting off around 50. But again, looking for the clearing skies into Sunday, and the winds starting to relax a little later in the day, but still a bit breezy. And then the system finally exits, but it's not that cold just yet. We'll really bring in the cold as we drop into next week's Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning. Tuesday's awfully chilly. We'll kind of call it cool as we stay away from most of the rain next week. We'll hold that off all the way until past that weekend to the Monday after this, which is Christmas. WDSU First Warning Weather 7-day forecast. A little breezy, rain tomorrow, looking for early afternoon. Maybe we get about a half inch, 3/4 of an inch. Clearing, still breezy Sunday, and then just kind of a cool December week next week.